sunshine. Sip from my rainbows, deliciously mango. I think it's a syndrome, got me so wind-blown. Show me the door, how far can you fall? Freedom in galaxies, backed up by fantasy.
I'm Sandra Sandy Schneller, and this is Romancing Me Pesca-Mediterranean style.
And blow with blessings, blessings, blessings for me. This is reality, I'm living my dreams.
Hey, this is Sandra Sandy Schneller with you. Oh, baby, what are you eating tonight? We are doing it to it tonight. I'm gonna bring it to you quick and easy. Oh, with a grilled butter cod. And we're gonna have some pillowy rosemary, parsley, mashed potatoes. Oh, baby, you gonna be lapping this up. Cheers to you. I'm gonna be taking it to you so nice and easy. It's such a quick meal tonight. We're gonna be doing a grilled buttered cod. Yeah, we're gonna be lapping that butter on as it's grilling. And I'm also gonna bring to you some rosemary parsley from the collection that is. Yeah, it's setting out at room temperature right now, and the whole house smells like rosemary right now. Ooh, baby, we're gonna be taking on a mild, pillowy effect in those mashed potatoes, the golden ones. Oh, you can't get no better than this, baby. And let's get cooking. Now I have some water boiling now. We're gonna put our potatoes on. I have 1.5 pounds of yellow potatoes. These are yellow golden ones. They're kind of sweet too. They're a little bit sweeter and it takes less time to cook. I prepared these potatoes last night and you can see that they're very much yellow still. They haven't oxidized. So, and the trick to that is add just a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice, a little, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon to the entire bowl here, and it'll keep its color the entire time until you get ready to cook it. We're gonna get started with that. Now I have a small pot of water. Here's a medium pot size actually of water boiling. I'm gonna add to it about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You always should add some salt to your potatoes. Potatoes love salt. I'm just gonna put them in this little ladle here. You don't want to pour it in because you don't want to splatter the hot water on yourself. So we're gonna let that boil for about 20 minutes and we get started with our cod. This is gonna be a really good meal and it's only gonna take us about less than 30 minutes. Prep time, 10 minutes. It's gonna be good with my cold cola here too. Sometimes I really like to have a cold cola with a meal, and this is gonna be a great one to do it. I love, love, love mashed potatoes, and there's no better way to make them when you're gonna do it, adding these spice butters that I have in my collection. And this one is rosemary, lemon, and parsley. Oh, and there's an abundance of rosemary just permeating in the room here. And we're also going to pair that with, I've been having set out to room temperature here. I had to pour some the juice off of the fish. I just have 1 serving of cod. Here's a nice thick serving. Let me put my glove on and show that to you. Oh, this is great omega-3 here. Yes, and the potatoes, nice potassium going on. Can't get better than that. See, it's a nice thick piece here. I'm gonna add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning and salt I'm going to put on it just to let it kind of marinate just a little bit before I put it into the grill pan. I'm gonna do a couple of shout outs too tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get started on those shout outs. Let me just prepare the I was just preparing our fish here. Just patting on a little bit of that Old Bay just to get that extra fishiness taste off of it, because even though I'm a pescatarian, I don't like the taste of fishiness. So I, kind of alleviate that with some seasonings. And tonight we're gonna do it just with the Old Bay and just add a little salt. And the other addition to it will be the butter. We want the butter to really have that top note on the flavor for our fish. So we don't want to add too many seasonings to it. We're gonna be doing some shout outs tonight. Oh, and I got a couple here right now. Shout out to Kitchen Tube Eats. Oh yeah, she's been checking us out. Thank you, Miss Kitchen Tube Eats. Oh yeah. Also, I want to give a shout out to Miss Gabriella O. And that's O period. Yeah, she's my little niece. Oh gosh, she is so smart. Yes, she is. She and I sit down, and she's been meeting with me a little bit. She's been watching my show, and she gave me some tips and some things I'm definitely incorporating into the show. Yeah, I have. So thank you, Miss Gabriella. Yeah. And I want to thank you all too. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. At the beginning of 2023, I'm going to have a contest coming up. And if you're in the Chicagoland area and you're a winner, yes, I will be coming to you, cooking at your home. How better can you get than that? Yeah, you'll have me live. Or if you're not in the Chicagoland area, I will be sending you some of the spice butters that we've been using. We have an array of flavors here. We have a rosemary, parsley, a citrus dill, and that sage masala. Oh, baby. So you got to subscribe, though, to get the information so you can be a contestant. Yeah. We're going to be doing it up, doing it up, doing it up. But right now, we're going to be doing it up with this cod. Let's get back over to the stove and put it on. So I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of avocado oil to the pan. And I'm using the avocado oil because they have a higher smoke point than olive oil. And we're going to be having this on a high temperature initially. You don't need to cook grill the cod very long either. Fish, you don't have to do it too long at all. But we're going to do it at a higher smoke point. And as we're doing it, we're going to baste the fish. Okay, we just have one nice piece of fish here. I've been marinating it for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to the grill pan. And as we cook this, we're going to be basting it with our butter. I'm going to go ahead and add about a good tablespoon of butter to our pan and let it melt. And as it's beginning to melt, we're going to go ahead and start basting it with our little brush here. If you got a little brush, that'll be great. And basting it as it's cooking. This is going to be so delicious. It's going to taste very buttery, and we just want that the buttery taste of the fish. We don't want any other flavors on the fish because we're going to gather most of our flavors from the rosemary potatoes that we're going to side it with. Oh, it's going to be delicious. Keep that butter going. We're only going to try to flip our fish once. We want it to be kind of opaque around the edges. So we're going to cook it for a couple of minutes on this side. I'm going to go ahead and flip the fish now. And make sure you get as much butter as you can on this side, the second side. It's a combination of butter and avocado oil. And I've added that avocado oil so that, too, the fish will not stick and the butter will not burn as we're cooking it. We're grilling it and basting. I'm going to push it around just a little bit so it won't stick. Now we're going to go ahead and check out what our potatoes are doing. Now I've removed the potatoes from the pot, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the spice butter and heat that up. Now these seasonings here, they have to be heated in order to enjoy. So we're just gonna melt this into the pot, and we're going to rejoin the potatoes for a moment as this is melting so that it can be really tossed in there very well, and the potatoes will be covered with the rosemary parsley seasoning here. Oh God, that rosemary smells so great. I have 1.5 servings of it. I didn't want to have too much of the rosemary flavor on it. Like and subscribe right now, as you're gonna wanna make these potatoes, definitely. Now I love, even though the seasoning has butter in it, I add more butter, maybe 1.5 tablespoons. You can add as much butter as you like. I really love butter in my potatoes. I may even add a little bit more. So I'm just gonna mix that around really well and add about 1/4 teaspoon, little less than 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You have to do salting to taste because potatoes do absorb a lot of salt. Gonna mix that around, and now I have 2 tablespoons also of heavy cream. I'm gonna add that in a very sparingly way here, so that I don't want to add too much liquid to it. So you just keep testing it until it's to your satisfaction. I also get my fork. You may want a potato masher, but I just use a very wide slated fork here to mash my potatoes. Now I'm gonna add some more of this heavy cream. I may end up using the entire 2 tablespoons of it. It's just 1/4 cup. You just, add it to your liking. You see the potatoes are fairly green here, and that's because of the rosemary and of course, the parsley. Let me just check it out. Do a taste here. Boy, is that good. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the heavy cream. Very rich potatoes. But you don't eat potatoes all the time, at least I don't. And when I do eat them, I want them to be some good potatoes. Are you ready for the big reveal? Grilled buttered cod fillet atop cran raspberry rum sauce with a heaping of rosemary parsley mashed potatoes. Oh, Sandra Sandy Schneller did it again. Ha! Let's pay homage. You ready for your taste? Ha ha! Here we go, baby. I'm gonna give you a nice piece of that cod, scooping it up with the potatoes and the cran raspberry, a whole mouthful of it. There you go, look at that. Nice juicy cod, those rosemary, parsley potatoes. Good. I bet you did like it. Let me get my taste. I'm gonna definitely get a lot of potatoes first. Oh my God, an explosion of rosemary. Let me get a piece of the cod with it. Oh gosh, this is good. The cod is nice and buttery. Oh, and that cran raspberry tartness tops it off. The rosemary potato slows down all of that. This is good. It is good. You gotta try it. Please subscribe. You can get the recipe. Also, please like and subscribe right now and share it. Please do it now and join me again. Romancing Me Pescatarian style. I have definitely got to eat this now. Ah, so good. These potatoes are delicious. I'll have to work out later.